Hi friends, there are some really interesting legend combos around in Apex Legends at the moment. With the ALGS Pro LAN tournament this past weekend, I've got the legend combo stats showing which legend combos are tearing up the competitive scene in the recent tournament, and these will hopefully give you an idea of the sorts of combos for the legends that you can use to win more in Season 22. So let's get into it. Starting with the 5th most picked pro combo, it's Bangalore, Newcastle and Wattson, with a pick rate of 6.11%. You'll see a couple of these pop up a good few times in this list, but for now this combo is a fairly defensive team, with Bangalore being your main movement legend, although Newcastle's also being used quite aggressively now as well. Even Imperial Hal has been using Newcastle. If you use this combo, you kind of need someone in the team that can actually play Newcastle both offensively and defensively. The 4th most picked is Krypto, Newcastle and Pathfinder with a pick rate of 8.24%. This team excels in flexibility and recon, making them a versatile choice for pro teams, but also potentially for you, especially in ranked. Now Krypto plays a fairly crucial role in this combo. He's going to be your recon with his drone, but also give you a bit of versatility and variability with the fact he can go invisible, and the fact that he can counter some of those more defensive players now, for example a Wattson or a Caustic. If they've got their fences or their caustic gas barrels up, Krypto's EMP is going to instantly remove them. Oh, and I will show you a funny moment that even happened with the pros when using Krypto and his invisibility, so keep a lookout for that in just a moment. And just to cap off that combo, Pathfinder essentially gives your team that movement capability, while Newcastle provides the supporting and defensive capabilities. In 3rd is Bangalore, Krypto and Fuse with a pick rate of 11.67%. This team is all about controlling the battlefield and being a bit more aggressive, attacking and defending pockets of spaces, and that's where Fuse comes into play. He's really great at battling teams with Wattson fences up and also teams trying to hold spaces, because he can really get teams out of those small corners. And even if you're in a small space yourself, he can be quite useful with his ultimate, helping to block off teams from you or even helping to block teams into certain locations. Also, don't forget one of Fuse's most useful upgrades that makes him a useful legend overall is the fact that he can upgrade to allow him to use ring consoles for next zone data, which obviously this combo would otherwise be missing because there's no support legend. Moving on to the 2nd most picked legend combo, it's Bangalore, Catalyst and Newcastle with a 14.72% pick rate. This combo follows a more defensive rationale trend that seems to be growing through the legend combo picks, and it's moved away from those heavy movement legends like Wraith and Horizon. That's where Catalyst comes in. She sort of fills some of that movement void in terms of allowing your team to get between spaces, because her wall can give you some of that cut-off visibility to allow your team to move between areas. Finally, the number 1 most picked combo is Bangalore, Krypto and Wattson, with an unbelievable pick rate of 36.67%. This combo is incredibly strong this season, and it's no surprise the pros are taking advantage of it. The reason it's strong is because it's got a bit of everything in the current meta. Like other combinations that feature Bangalore, whoever's playing her is likely going to be your IGL, and that's because you can use Bangalore's abilities to scout out those areas and make those calls that are most important as the IGL. I mentioned Krypto being a popular pick earlier, and I mentioned that he can go invisible, and that's partly why he's so popular. The reason the pros like this, but also why it can help you in ranked, is simply because it can help you get some extra placement points. Now I teased that funny moment earlier, and it's this moment I'm showing you right now, where it got down to the final circle, and you can see ALGS here is playing Krypto for Alliance, and he uses Krypto's ability to go invisible. And you can clearly see it gets down to the last 2 teams here, and that final team can't actually find him. And what's even more funny is that part of the reason they can't find him is not only because he's invisible, but also they can't destroy his drone. And this is actually a very clever trick from ALGS which you yourselves can use, because the drone doesn't take damage in the zone. So if you get towards the final zone or you're in the final zone, you can actually send your drone into the zone, and because that zone deals so much damage, those enemy teams can't run into the zone to kill your drone, which means they can't destroy your drone to make you not be invisible, and therefore they essentially have to search for an invisible person. So that's a little trick of how the pros are using it. Obviously it's a little bit toxic, but it is kind of funny, and if you get desperate with those placement points, then this can actually help you. Obviously Wattson brings the defensive ability in this combo. She's going to be the one that's zoning off areas for your team and helping support the other 2 legends. And there you have it, those are the top 5 legend combos from the ALGS Playoffs Year 4 Split 2 LAN tournament, which just happened recently. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like and don't forget to subscribe as well for more Apex Legends videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.